Welcome to the Healthy Relationship Formula, where through intimate and authentic conversations, we will show you how emotional intelligence plus joint behavior changes equal romantic prosperity.
Aww.
Hello, my darling.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Nice and toasty.
I see.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I ain't even gonna ask you what we're talking about today because I already know what we're gonna talk about today.
All right. So what are we talking about today?
We're gonna talk about how you ain't holding up your end of the bargain. The
Wait.
50-50.
Wait. Excuse me? First of all, when did I say some bagging to being 50-50 with you?
When we get in the relationship. You didn't know?
No, I had no clue. This is news
If you
to
don't
me.
know, now you know. But
This is news to me. Okay. Let me hear you.
yeah, so we're gonna find out just how much news it is to you. All right? So we're gonna be talking about the concept of the 50-50 relationship.
Is there such a thing?
If there is indeed such a thing, and realistically how we interpret each other kind of in that gap, essentially. All right, so for those of you who are brand new to relationships, the 50-50, that's like I think a pretty popular concept by now, where it kind of like talks about this idea that people show up in the relationship equally in like certain areas, that everybody is expected to contribute equally and evenly. And so Nye and I are going to be going through 4 different categories of this 50-50. The first one, of course, being arguably the most popular one that a lot of folks talk about, especially guys, financial responsibility. Then we will go into household chores. Then emotional labor. And then last but not least, decision making. So we actually prepared our own ideas based off of, written on these notes, these sheet of papers that we have of what we think each of us fall into on the category. We did not show each other what we think. So we're gonna start with the different categories, operationalize their definitions, and then once we show the camera, we will show each other, and we're gonna talk about our perspective on each other's things.
So we hear claiming, we have a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be, this is gonna tell.
We're gonna find out.
Illuminate some things, you know?
Yep.
So.
And they're gonna especially be a surprise because, like, I ain't gotta lean in close since I ain't got no glasses, to see what you got. But yeah, so like I said, we're gonna start with financial responsibilities. So that deals with splitting the bills, like rent, other expenses evenly, and contributing equally to shared savings or investments. All right, so are you ready to show the camera?
1 second.
All right.
I'm ready to show the camera, but you can't look because then you'll be able to see.
All right. Okay, so you want to do it one by one?
No, like turn our face.
Oh, okay, got you.
I mean, we could do it one by one.
Yeah, we could do that thing that you just mentioned about looking away. All right. Okay.
Make sure my paper. Okay. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully y'all can see.
Yeah, and then I'll want to say it out loud anyway.
Yeah.
Like once we think.
All right.
Okay. So you gonna show me?
Oh, I forgot that part.
Oh.
Interesting.
I see. Okay.
What's your rationale on 4852?
Well, earlier you saw me doing some tabulations. And oh shoot.
What?
This is household duties, dude.
Because we agreed to do household duties first,
Wait,
but then
you
you
didn't
said
do-
financial. No, I showed financial because
Oh, that was an accident, dude. All right, let me show the camera my actual
all right.
thing. Hopefully you didn't remember the number I just said. All right. Okay.
4456.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah. All right. Sweet. So yes. Earlier you saw me doing some tabulations, and that was just simply me calculating like the ratio of our incomes. Yeah. So like that's like to me the easiest one, where it's like we literally putting all our money into like a thing.
Yeah.
Like we have a very detailed budget to which like we account every penny for something. So given that like you make more than me, it goes all into something, whether it's like the loans, regular stuff, like no matter how we slice it, you will think more. Now, this isn't an exact thing. I roughly calculated. In fact, it was still inaccurate because I think I gave myself even more than I actually did and gave you less. But I guess it still makes sense because I think I can also put in like the maintenance of the finances, where like, we have a budget. I do tend to spend a little bit more time on like focusing on arranging or checking the budget and those things than you might. Still have to sort that out. Didn't finish the other day, but yeah. And yeah, I'm just more like, I guess, conscious about that. But then at the same time, as you had highlighted in our last episode ever so graciously, you're the one that really jump-started the idea of the joint finances. Not that I had any problems with that,
Allegedly.
I just loafed on that. But yeah, like that's kind of like how I kind of see it in that light.
Okay. And I did a 100, and I did it that way because of how we budget the money. So while all our money is pooled into our joint account, like the way in which we budgeted, we used your salary to like cover the day-to-day bills, rent, and all of those things, and then mine for like savings, investment, loan payments, and things like that. So it's like we each have a specific area or set of areas that our money is dedicated to. It's not like we're saying, oh, like you pay 50% of the rent and I pay 50% of the rent. Like that's not how it works. Like 100% of both of our money is dedicated to something that benefits both of us. So
Yeah.
that's like how I thought about it.
Yeah, that's a good point for you. Like I it didn't really click for me until I saw your 100 because it was like, each of us are still putting 100% of our finances into like the thing. And so I guess I was thinking about it from like who is essentially like how the stuff is like split, which again I guess gives more discredence, if that's a word, to this very concept to begin with, because I know a lot of couples, we hope that you all will do this exercise, right, as the assignment, because spoiler alert, this is the assignment. But like, you'd imagine that this is a place where a lot of couples might pause and like have a big hiccup. Not we though, all right? We have been very good with our finances from the jump, and it has never been like a issue.
I mean, and our ratio has also changed. Like it's fluctuated over the years that we've lived together. Like when we moved to Chicago, it was Khef 100, Ni 0. Like, and it was that for the first 2 years of us living together.
Yeah. And then in Austin, it was Ni 100, Khef 0. House husband.
Yeah, and that was like for
Like 6 months,
6 months.
Oh, me, no, I just threw out 6 months.
6 to 8 months. It was Naya 100 Khef 0.
Like 9.
9 months.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Naya 100 Khef 0, and then now that we're both working, we've again shifted. So I think being able to be flexible with and like realistic with where you are at that point in time is the main thing. Like I don't think it's always, oh well, you and I like use the same amount of electricity, so make sure you Zell me your 50% of the utilities or some shit like that.
I should start keeping track of that. Cause you'll be leaving the lights on.
And I'm not gonna Zell you nothing.
You sick?
But yeah, so like the way in which our thing has been like very dynamic, and it might stay like this, it might shift.
Yeah.
Like I don't think being stuck to a particular number is important, and that includes being stuck to 50-50.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe I'll change mine.
Nah, stand on business.
Oh, all right, son, my bad. All right. So next is household duties, which should have been first, but apparently I forgot, and an agency didn't remind me. But we got household duties, so that would of course include sharing chores like cleaning, cooking, laundry, right? Getting ready for work.
Wait, I didn't realize that was included.
Oh, for real? Oh, so do you want to like change your thing mentally? Like talk about what you had first and then change it? 'Cause
yeah.
I absolutely had that in like my thing because that's within the household and stuff. You check.
Yes.
But yeah. So the drill. Same thing. All right. So show the camera.
Looking away?
Yeah. I can't see yours. I ain't getting on no glasses.
Why are you looking over there?
Because I can't see it anyway. You check.
Don't peep.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Oh.
So I have 70 Khef, Ni 30. And this is before like he added on that piece about like getting ready for work in the morning and things like that. But I initially did it this way because when I think about like the more day-to-day or the more like frequently occurring things, like you handle those. So I'm thinking about like washing the dishes, washing the clothes, folding the clothes. Like I'd help you out occasionally, but you like take charge of those things majority of the time. Putting out the trash because I'm putting out no trash. So like I think in that sense you do like majority of it. However, if we're including like preparing for work and things like that, like I pack the lunches. You packed my lunch yesterday, thank you.
You're welcome.
But pack the lunches at night, pack the bags in the morning, pick out clothes and things like that.
Yeah.
So if I had to do it based on that,
Could have gained the laundry somehow.
maybe I would put it at a 50-50. Yeah.
I still hold into mine. So I got Khef 48, Ni 52. Because like I think this is definitely one of the more evenly split things, like especially relative to like what we might either gravitate towards or don't mind, because like I absolutely do not mind washing the dishes, taking out the trash. I strangely found it easier to do in Chicago. I found it much easier, even though you have to physically.
I was like, that's wild. You just gotta put the trash outside.
But it just seemed a lot more. I don't know why. I guess the stress of like thinking about putting it out for a certain time before they get out there, whereas you could just go at any time in Chicago. But still stuff that I would think, and like the laundry. Even though. Like, I would do like the laundry and stuff more. I will continue to say the majority of the clothes in there is mine. So it's like me just cleaning up after myself, and then there's Ni. like hardly you would hardly have things.
Appearance.
Yeah. Like the ratio of the laundry is just not close. It's probably the greatest disparity in anything we probably put on these 50-50 here, right? Like 90 to 10, they really feel like, right?
Stop wearing so much clothes.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, the thing with like packing bags and getting ready, like, you know, that's stuff that I don't really think about and like duly appreciate. All right, it's nighttime, no need for the shade. The bathroom, right? Like you almost exclusively to clean the bathroom. You know, I look at you clean the bathroom, I look away. Like, yeah, you take care of that. No, man. But, you know, whenever I have like that opportunity, like, yeah, it's cool. But yeah, that's a big walk.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like that day, washing the
on my
dishes.
hands and my knees.
Yep. And all that scrub-a-dub-dubbing. That's a whole lot. So I think that this is one of those situations where we like, it ends up balancing out relative to the stuff. You know, I started cooking. It's annoying, but you know, I started doing a little some. So, but I don't think I do it as often as you. So yeah, I think 48 to 52 is a good thing.
Cool. I would say like I didn't even think about the cooking part either, because ever since like you took that break and you started cooking more, cooking has been less of a chore than it was in Chicago, because I know like I don't have to do it every single time. Cause I definitely started feeling like a chore, like, oh my gosh, gotta cook again. But yeah, so cooking has like become a little more enjoyable now that I don't have to be the only one doing it.
Yeah.
That's been cool.
Yeah, cooking is alright. I still ain't.
He's still learning.
Yeah, I tried to make rice balls just yesterday, in fact, and it was rice clumps.
Not even
Immediately,
close.
oh, see it there? Immediately fell
The
apart.
rice was balling.
Oh man.
Crashing out.
But yeah. So that's really where I think I would have put me a lot lower, but I think in our pre-conversations about this, Nye has done a pretty good job of affirming and convincing me that, you know, it's a little closer to 50-50, but you know, I'm getting there. One of these days.
Bless.
One of these days.
All right.
So, yeah. So now we're gonna move to emotional labor. All right, providing equal emotional support and care, and sharing the mental burden of planning and organizing. This is where you must see taught the clothes and all that stuff went, man. Cause where you would have put at the
Clothes?
yeah, like the packing up lunch.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Oh, you didn't think of it at all. Sick.
No. I didn't like think of specific things actually. But yeah.
Maybe. So, all right, same drill. Showing the folks. All right. Oh, showing the folks. All right. And then, okay.
Cool
Not
beans.
too far off. All right. Okay.
Cool beans.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, like, I think for me, it used to be worse, because, you know, this is absolutely a point in which you've spoken with me about, for sure, especially the sharing the mental burden and the mental load of things. Fellas, I am definitely one of those folks, and still endeavor to improve, that would think about doctor's appointments 10% of the time and would be like, "Na agency get at them, man."
Khef, what time is your dentist appointment on Monday?
Please.
Khef,
I was supposed to look. I just haven't looked yet. I was gonna look. For realsies. Well, so
it's a work in progress.
See, that is yet an example. I do think that my 30 comes from, you know, the types of emotional support that I do show with, you know, times of stress and whatnot. But even then, you know, I might still fall into like kind of like that pit of like trying to offer alternatives when she may want to wallow.
I love wallowing in self-pity.
She explicitly tells me this all the time. Like, I just want to wallow, but she ain't tell me that in a long time. So I am improving. Yeah, I ain't hear you say that this since.
All right.
Yeah, me no.
No mental note to bring that out.
Wow. You ain't shit.
But yeah, that's also why I gave you 40, like that, specifically the emotional support part. For the other parts, that's where you lost the rest of the points because of like that mental burden, the organizing and planning events or something like that was the definition.
Yeah, like they were real specific. I was like, damn, I can't even escape. That is terrible.
Yeah, so that's definitely where you lost because I feel like I do take on the majority of that. Like even thinking to take those things on, that's me. Like it's not necessarily something that you would take charge of.
Yeah. 'Cause I definitely like, hey, even this trip that we went on, like, I got more involved in like the itinerary part.
And I had to ask you to put together the itinerary.
Yeah, definitely was. I found myself like just kind of strolling along, and it was like, yeah. So it was really a work in progress, a struggle, but one that I do plan on rectifying when I bust out that surprise trip coming soon to a theater near you. And you're going to see that 50-50 level out real quick. You check.
Or it might not level out.
Don't ask me in the comments window.
Because I might have something up my sleeve.
Wow. That's insane. There's nothing there. But
yeah, I will say though that I think in a lot of relationships this happens where the woman takes on majority of that like burden, the mental burden, and even the emotional support. Like you are in a fortunate position where you are more in tuned with emotions and things like that. So can offer better emotional support. But I think in a lot of I think in a lot of relationships that's not the case with men.
It definitely comes from that traditional thing for sure, and just the lack of emotional expression. Like a lot of guys just think everything could just get solved with money. Like, yeah, I bring the money, you bring everything else.
Yeah. And it's ridiculous because I think that, I know we talked about previously, or maybe it's in like a episode we're never releasing, talked about how like finances is one of the top reasons people get divorced. But I also think like the emotional burden is a point where a lot of women are like, oh my gosh, I have had enough.
Yeah.
That's probably where that term like man-child come from too, because when you're carrying
for sure,
like all of that load, like you have to be like planning and organizing something, telling him what time his dentist appointment is.
All right.
It's like, do you know anything?
Shading all night, I see.
Yes.
No problem.
So like as you do this exercise together with your partner, if that ratio is far off,
it's time to rein it in.
Yeah, like think about like what are some action items that you can take to help like remove some of that burden from your partner's plate.
Yeah, I think what was really helpful for me was, again, listing out like those specific examples when we spoke about it. So like, you talked about like the different appointments. You talked about other things that I don't immediately remember right now, but they were there. Mm-hmm. But yes, just listing out specific examples or specific instances and like introducing like the concept, right? And then for guys, it really helps to be more proactive in like meeting those things, right? And coming clean with yourself about what you're like anxious about when it comes to that, because I really think that that is a central part of that challenge, because it goes back to even like the romantic thing and like taking the initiative in that front where like it's not something that you're used to doing, and so even the act of like trying or doing it feels like a strain or even something to be anxious about. And I'm here to affirm y'all, it's nothing to be anxious about.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
If you're gonna give it a shot, I'll also say, like, give it a real shot. Don't half-ass it.
Earnest shot.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times too, where women just are like, oh, don't even bother, is you give a man a task and then he either asks you a million questions while he doing the task.
I'd ask you a million questions?
Sometimes.
Oh. My bad, folks. Not really.
You sick? He asks you a million questions while he doing the task, or he does it in a way that's like no sane person would have reasonably thought that that was an okay job. And at that point, it's like, why even bother do it? Like, let me just do it myself. Move.
Look like you reliving something over there, man. That's crazy. Agency, I ever make you feel like that?
Like, I should just do it myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember like exactly what it was, but I've definitely felt like if you ask me one more question, I might as well just do it myself since I got tip about it anyways.
My bad. Well, hopefully I don't call her a man a mumu. I mean, she can call me a mumu. Hopefully. She will call in the imaginary person a mumu. It ain't me.
No, I wasn't calling you a mumu.
Oh. But, yeah.
All right, so we have...
the last one, I believe. Decision making.
Yeah.
So, decision making, having equal input in major life decision. And I'm going to go ahead and add in everyday life decisions.
Okay, because I thought about everyday life decisions
Good.
when I did my thing.
So I hope we're on the same page with this one.
All right, ready?
All right. Wait, let me sing this here. All right. All right.
I don't like how you keep looking over here. Look at me.
I am looking at you. All right. It's upside down. It's upside down. It is upside down, dude.
My bad, folks.
Upside down. But I saw a piece of it.
My bad, folks.
It looking like we.
Oh,
no.
come on. Hell no. No, hell no.
Insane.
Girlfriend.
No. I had a feeling this would have happened, you know. I had a feeling this would have happened.
Y'all, I hope y'all could see.
No.
Because hell no.
Nigencia. This is why I add in everyday life decisions.
You literally asked me the other day if you must take flex time or sick leave.
That wasn't the other day. That was this morning.
That was yesterday, actually. And we continued the conversation this morning. But nonetheless,
you know, Nigencia, I have one word to counter all of this. Ordering food. That's two words, but I was going to say food. Nigencia, first and foremost. Every single time we have ordered fast food. Every single time. I so confident in this, I can't even remember the last time.
When I said I wanted Cabo Bobs?
I can't even remember the last time you actually
when I wanted Cabo Bobs?
That you can actually know what you want.
When I wanted Cabo Bobs?
But every time we order.
When I wanted Cabo Bobs? When I wanted Chinese?
She is like, I don't know, you choose. And then say those two are flukes. Those are flukes. When's the last time before them?
It doesn't matter. You said you couldn't think of any, and I gave you 2 examples.
Well, that's the 30% right there. Them two, that you knew.
So you're saying that your thing is only based on ordering food?
No. So I think that whenever we, with the exception of like vacation and all of that different stuff, but even within that, I feel like every time we like plan something, we end up like doing it together and stuff. But when it comes to like the final say of something, you'd pass it to me. And whatever it is that I happen to say, you roll with it. This is so common to the point where I have tried it out, where I just say something that I ain't even actually wanted to think to see if you would actually protest or object. Me, remember what it was, but I've done it before. And then I change it. And you were just like, Irie. And I was like, what? That don't even make sense. I'm gonna lead you down the road to hell. 70-30. Khef.
Listen, let me explain something, right? I am definitely the type of person that will like make decisions on my own. But I know Kefren is a very particular person. And as such, I always ask for his input so he can say, oh, blah, 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 whatever. That is the only reason why he gets the quote unquote final say, because he picky.
And that's
not the first time. When we did the suspect challenge, you said something about suspect can't make decisions without her husband, and I told you the same exact thing. What do you mean more picky
then
than
they
me?
neutralize each other, which means you're back to square one. 70-30.
No, yes, 70-30 in favor of Ni, because I be making most of these decisions.
No. Impossible. Even when we were talking about like budgeting and them things.
Exactly. You asked
the
me.
thing ended with you asking me about the final
that was
thing.
me trying to unload the mental burden. Mind you, I did filing tax, y'all. I was in the middle of filing our taxes. Matter of fact, I was in the middle of doing it for the second time because the first time TurboTax was getting my nerves. But we digress.
Wait, you talking about yesterday or the day before?
Yes.
I talking about when we fuss like we're planning the rebudgeting when I get a job.
Wait, no, let me finish my story.
All right.
I was in the middle of filing taxes. Kefren was over there working on our budget. We are trying out Monarch to like do our budget stuff and everything like that. So he was looking at the category names. And he over there asking me, like, I went to the doctor to do some test or whatever, and the chart was in there. And he asked me what it was, and I told him, like when I went to the doctor, he asked me where he should put. I don't know.
No, because I didn't immediately recall the nature of the thing, so I didn't know if it was to go in your personal leisure thing or not leisure
what was
thing.
Leisure?
Sorry, your personal area, the expense, or in the medical thing. And I was gonna elaborate on that, but true, you tell me like, hey, I doing this thing, so you put it wherever. And what I do, I immediately put it wherever. I was just trying to clarify because I didn't know the nature of the payment. That's all that was. That's all it was, baby. Still 70-30
in the middle of me filing taxes.
Agents here. It was just a click. It was just a quick point of clarification.
All right. So what about the sick time versus flex time?
The sick time versus flex time. It was just like a you're 30%.
What about when your coworker wanted to know if we should drop you off by her and then y'all go down to the retreat together, or if we were gonna drive down?
That was me asking for your input in regards to the strategic usage of our gas. Because we joint own the car, so it's important that we look at how we adequately put in like the gas and stuff. Oh yeah, also she don't put in the gas, y'all.
And
forgot that for the. I mean, that ain't household chores, but like it's still, Yeah.
That's 100-0. I'm not putting in no gas. Like, pump gas. I'm just a girl.
But yeah, with the finances thing, it was still the same stuff.
We not talking about finances. We talking about decision making.
No, that's why I talking about the decision making about where to put what, and we were talking about that stuff. And each time it was like, yeah. So what do you think? Where you want to put? And I put wherever, and you like Irie.
Because I want you to have some say and some input. If I walk around here just making decisions willy-nilly without you knowing, you're going to be okay with that? Exactly. Like, anyways, I'm not budging on this. I could tell you that. I am not budging on this. So,
Nigencia, 3070 is insane.
3070 is accurate. And matter of fact, when we said decision making and emotional labor, I was like, them two things is the same shit.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Nuh-uh. You childish. And Mickey Mouse hairstyle. Minnie Mouse. So anyway, I suppose what this means is that.
But wait,
balance
sorry.
out.
Before you continue, let's talk about how you initially had a.
Oh yeah, I did have 50.5 to 95, 49.
Yeah, 94 for real.
To 49.5 because I simply thought about the thing with like me having the last say. But yeah, after I thought about the whole food conundrum, I was like, nah man. Yeah.
Who
Indeed.
decided what hotel we were staying at?
The folks at the hotel, because I chose a hotel.
You chose
I
multiple
chose
hotels.
a hotel. The hotel that we stayed at just happened to be the one that we liked the most, that you found, yes. But I located and chose a hotel as well.
Yeah, but you weren't choosing good hotels.
That hotel I choose were good. It just went
Who
better
chose
than the one
the
that we
hotel when we went
cheered.
to Colorado?
It just went better than the one
Who
that
chose the
we
hotel when we went to
think,
Colorado?
you know? It just went
Who
better
chose
than
the
the
hotel when we
thing.
went to Nevis?
It just went better than the one in that we had
So
as the second.
he has no response for these things, and then wants to give himself 70.
Nigeria,
Must have lost his damn mind.
you underestimating. So
Can't
all
be
right.
in his right mind. Got to be in his left.
Nigeria, we talking. I said major life decisions and everyday things. The stuff with the food is quantitatively more than the hotel.
But on the scale of importance,
Do I make up for it?
make up. There was no need to be made up.
I make up for it. So
There was no need to be made up.
then I guess we will go back to the, the 50.5
Well, you could go back to that.
and whatnot.
I am sticking to this.
Okay, you just stubborn. All of these everyday things. I'm just a girl.
I am just the girl.
Oh yeah.
I'm just the
Yeah,
girl
when it comes
that
to
makes
decision.
70% of the decisions. Who picked our car?
We did. Because we were
found
looking
it?
at the different things. We were specifically looking at a compact SUV, and you happened to find it first. And
Oh, I
then you
happened
asked
to
me,
find it first.
and then you asked me,
Who found
like,
our
hey,
apartment?
you in the wait. It wasn't me when I looked at the website.
I remember that.
Yes, because we were doing the website thing. I don't even remember the name of the website, but I for sure find the website. I for sure think the website because I remember you distinctly gave me credit for that. I for sure
right.
find the website, and I believe that this was one of them that was on the website that we narrowed down together.
All
we
right.
absolutely did together.
All
And so when it comes to the car that we got, you know what I mean? Yeah, you find the car for sure. But the person who had the final say that you gave was me.
Exactly. I made the decision to give you the final say.
And I made the decision to make the final say. You know what? I could be, actually no. Don't even let me know in the comments.
No, please. After
Yeah.
all the things that you've heard thus far,
Yeah.
let us know in the comments
Yeah.
who you think has the higher ratio.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I'll do what I want.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. But while y'all are doing what you want, make sure you do this activity.
Yes, that is
Okay.
the assignment.
Yes.
Okay. Because all in all, the whole 50-50 thing is really unsustainable. Because even as we ting in these, yeah, they represent a fixed point in time. And realistically, we bring our full selves to the relationship. With some areas, we're stronger than others, you know. And some of them, it's really nice that we are quite okay with how it fluctuates. Some of them, as you can see, we have a little bit of differences in which we perceive, but you know, we will absolutely be able to talk more about that and hash that out and let you all know what the final verdict is, even though the final verdict is absolutely closer to the 50-50 as well. Though, all right.
But yeah, I think it's a really good opportunity for couples to have like a really honest conversation about where they are. And for example, you know, like if you're not happy with this 70-30, like talk about how could we make it a little more balanced.
Yeah.
You know, if you're fine with it, then leave it as is. Literally, these scores are unique to your relationship, and what works for you, like works for you. You're not supposed to be living your life or basing your ratios off of what people on social media have to say. Like that makes no sense.
Yeah, because in all actuality, it's probably closer to 40-60 in favor of Ni. But I'm not going to actually tell her that. I'll tell you guys that though. You check? But me gonna tell her that.
I
so that'll be our
70-30 in favor of me, but
that's our little secret, you know. But yeah, it really is something that you should do with your significant other to really hash out those categories, talk about what it is that you feel, and it will absolutely reveal future things that you can do together and commit to.
Yep.
So really good exercise and really cool to see the reactions in real time, and especially with the last one apparently.
I did not expect that, but
me neither. But here we are.
I mean, some people just delusional, but that's okay, I guess.
Yeah, and some of them are just a girl. So, yeah.
As always, you know, we understand that the secret to a healthy relationship isn't always obvious, but if you stick with us, we will give you the tips, the tricks, the tools, everything you need to have a healthy relationship. So we will see you in the next video. And don't forget to comment and let us know why I am correct about the decision-making ratio and Khef is not.
No, don't let her off the hook. All right?
Peace.
Easy.